work on it.
Now, if you remember, I was telling you around the turntable. The job of the turntable shops, and usually it was a roundhouse out there, don't hang on to the rope or the pole, it'll pull one of them over. Be sure we don't hang on to the rope. Job of the turntable shops, and usually, like I say, we call it a roundhouse, built around them, was to get the equipment repaired quickly back on the main tracks. But all the railroads were divided into regional areas. If you came into a regional shop area, you came into a building about this size, is not bigger, back shop. This was a back shop. If they couldn't get it done around the turntable shops, in the roundhouse, they turned it over to the back shop. To be very honest with you, this is where the comedian got his term, get her done. Think about it. Where else are you going to send a train? O'Reilly's won't work on them. Sears won't work on them. No, it has to get done in these back shops. It does get done, guys. 2 sets of rails come in from outside, run the full length of the building. 6-foot drop pit under this first set of rails. Yes, we change oil, work on brakes and wheels. We do everything we can from underneath the train, but if it can't be done underneath, we have to lift it up. A yellow bar across the ceiling, 10-ton crane. Runs along the rails on the ceiling, length of the building, width of the building, lifting anything up to 10 tons. Now, we don't have any facilities around the turntable. We keep this front part as short-term repair. Back in the back, you see engine 4501 with the nose off of it, almost 100 years old, right at it. That's long-term repair. Way back in the back where the American flag is a wheel shop. We work on the wheels on the big steam locomotives back there. Right on the other side of this white wall are the small shops that we normally find around the turntable. Got a sheet metal shop, paint shop, upholstery, woodworking, brakes, everything you can think of around the turntable, I've got on the other side of that white wall because it has to get done in this shop, and it does get done. A minute ago I was talking to you about long-term repair. That engine we rode over on, number 630, took us 10 years to overhaul it, restore it, rebuild it. $500,000. And we actually lost track of the number of man hours we put in on it. But it's over 100 years old. 4501 over 100 years old. And boy, we wish either one of them could talk. Could you imagine some of the stories some of those engines could tell us? Where they've been, who's been riding on them. But remember, it's the history of railroading, that's why we're here. Not only the history of railroading, but the history of America, and that's yours and my history. But the two histories are intertwined, and we don't want anybody to forget it. You remember when 1700, if your history lesson can remember them, we walked everywhere we went. Wagon trains left Kansas City going to California, walking. For 6 months, walking. Then in 1800, we hooked up the first train. We changed a little bit of American history. We would stop the wagon trains. Why spend 6 months walking to California? You get on a train in 6 days, be there. History of the trains, history of the railroading. They are intertwined. We don't want anybody to forget it, but we need your help, guys. We need you to teach these little guys. These little guys take history forward from today for us. We don't want anybody to forget how history of the railroading and history of America are intertwined. A minute ago I was telling you about long-term repair, 630, $500,000. But we're a museum. Where does the museum get that kind of money and manpower? Basically, we're a passenger train, and you guys are passengers. Revenue we generate from passenger train sales, and we have a donation box at Grand Junction. Those two items fund almost everything we do here. Don't forget, though, about manpower. We lost track of how many people rebuilt that engine. When was the last time any of you saw anybody graduate from steam locomotive school? Not anymore. I got guys back here working on a train that are beginning to forget more about a train than you and I will ever know about it, but they love to teach people. Any of you guys ever think about volunteering to work for a train? Contact us. We'll match up what you want to do, what we need to get done. We'll put you to work on a train. Now in about 5 minutes, I've just got my horn to go. Join you back on the train, ride back to Grand Junction. You got any question about what goes on out in the yard, the shop, about any of the equipment, my conductor's in black hat. We love to answer questions, find out answers, or tell you a short story. Thanks for riding. I'll join you back on the train here in just a moment.